Well, good day, tubes. How's she going? Pretty good here. So we're going to do a question and answer number 36 today. I haven't done a Q&A for quite a while because I got a few questions, but I like to get a few so we can do, some kind of a video for you, right? So anyways, this is going back a while. This is from March. Believe it or not, March. March. So the first one here is from Braden. And he says, how many games do you have? Oh. Now, I presume you're referring to games on Steam. Ooh, 192. It says here, all games, 192. And we've got everything from the old 18 Wheels of Steel, American Truck Sim, of course, Ark Survival. I played that not very much. 4.4 hours, didn't really like it much. Astroneer, of course, we played that a long time ago. They changed too much stuff on that. That one we've got, well, it doesn't say how many hours I got on that one. Anyways, Bridge Constructor, Bus Simulator, never played that a whole lot. 13 minutes. Mostly all the Call of Duties. I'm not going to go through how many hours I got on them, but we've got Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I mean, it's just on and on and on with that series, right? It gets kind of silly. That's the last one I bought. I think that'll be it. So Modern Warfare 3, I think, was the last one. I won't be buying any more after that. So I like the World War II stuff better. Like the Call of Duty World War II was really good. Now we're getting into Company of Heroes, Construction Machines 2016. Some stuff I don't even remember now. DayZ, I got that. I just don't really play that. 56 minutes. That's all I put on DayZ. something probably bothered me, and I'm like, no. Doom 3. Euro Truck Sim, Electrician Simulator. It wasn't very good. 23 minutes. Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Far Cry, original one from like way back. Far Cry 2. I think there's up to like 4 or 5 now. I just never kept with that series. Farming Simulator, of course, 13, 15, 17, 19, 2011, 2022, of course. Fishing the Barents Sea, Fishing North Atlantic. I mean, Friday the 13th, the game. We're going kind of alphabetical. There's quite a few, so there's a lot. Anyways, that's a good question, Braden. Sorry, thank you for asking. Our next one here is from Ryan. He says, Steiner's drive-by. Ooh, wait a minute. I better change hats here for this question. Hang on a sec now. There we go. Is that better? Good. Sweet. Says, hi, Bill. My name is Ryan. I was driving by Steiner, so Steiner Tractor Parts, these guys, today, and I figured I'd take you some pictures. My uncle works at Steiner's. Really? You give me deals? And I'd like to see if I can get some pictures from the inside. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see the inside. I'd love a tour of that place. So there's a picture of the place. Steiner's. It's down in the States, of course. Lennon, Michigan or something like that. That looks like maybe their kind of warehousey stuff there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a big place. That's a big building. That's awesome. Yeah, I've given them guys a lot of money through the years, haven't we? Holy smokes. That's cool, Ryan. Thanks for sending that in. That's really good to see. I've never really seen their place before. That's pretty cool. So, thanks for that question. The next one is, this is March 21st, by the way. From Travis. Says, hey, Bill, hope family and everybody's doing okay, and you're all healthy. Yep, so far so good. I was just wondering if you had to replace the 110 TLB, what would you replace it with, and what would you go with, a cab version or open station? The cab version would be a lot more money. Be nice, heater and air conditioning, but anyways. Also, what activity that you never get to try, no matter how much it changes? Also, what's an activity that you've never get tired of? Oh, sorry. No matter how much it changes. Boy, I'm going to have to think about that one. First part of your question, anyways. Let me just look up what I would get here. I think I'd have to go something Kubota. That's about really all we got around here for that kind of bigger machines. Let me just look it up here. construction. Not a mini excavator. Been a commercial. Tractors, tractor loader, backhoes. There you go. So I would probably go with one of their bigger ones, which is a M series TLB-M. Might be almost too big, but that digs 14 feet, and I don't need to dig that deep, but I need the reach when I'm dumping into the dump trailer, right? So I'd probably go with something like that. 63 horsepower, it's a little more punch, but they're basically like an open station kind of thing too. You could probably get a cab for them, but they're going to be quite a bit more money. They don't really have any decent pictures here of it though. It's comparable to the 110 though. Front loader with a 3,960 pounds of lift capacity. I think the 110's about 4,100 maybe. But that's pretty good. That'll lift a lot of weight. Yeah, they don't really have any good pictures of it, but anyways, that's what I would go with, the MTLB series. Do they show anything else? Not really. They don't. They show some of the features, but the M62, 63 horsepower, PTO horsepower is 46. That drops a lot. Wow. Open platform, cab, and hydrostatic transmission. Digs down 14 feet. So that's probably something I'd go with, because that's really all we really got around here now. We've got some John Deere, but John Deere's kind of split weird up here. You can't buy this construction stuff at the dealership that I get my parts from. They're just strictly like the green stuff only, not the yellow stuff. So you got to go to another dealership for that, and I don't know. I'd probably just go with Kubota, honestly. Now, also, what's an activity that you never get tired of no matter how much it changes? Oh. Boy. I don't know if I can answer that one. That's a tricky one. What is an activity that you never get tired of? I never get tired of playing Rust. The video game Rust. I don't know why. I mean, I've got the chair even, right? Like, I've got the chair here that... Let me get up here. See? I even bought the chair. Rust. In the back, it's got... Rust. Right? So, I mean, even own the Secret Labs chair. So I like that game. It's a fun game. There's always things changing in that game, which is interesting, and you never get tired of it. It's always learning something new, it seems, right? So I don't know if that's really an activity, but that's a game. An activity. What is an activity you never get tired of, no matter how much it changes? Well, I don't know. I never get tired of digging holes with the machines. But that doesn't normally change. It's kind of the same thing every time. But I'm going to have to say the game Rust. I don't know, because it's so... it changes, you know. And you can build a small base if you want. You can build a big, giant base that you'll never need, right? So that's kind of cool. But anyways, thanks, Travis, for sending that in. That's a tricky question. That almost tricked me up there. So we're into April now. And Braden sent another one here. He says, in the 800 video, the 4800 video, you uploaded, you mentioned an oil pressure issue with 800. Would putting thicker oil in it help that at all? And should you make one good tractor with a 2N? So the 2N and the 800 are different sizes and different sizes of transmission bell housings and stuff. They wouldn't match up. The 8N and the 2N and the 9N I think would, but the 800 is quite a bit bigger tractor, so wouldn't work. Plus the 2N is a 3-speed, and the 800's a 5-speed transmission, and the 8Ns are a 4-speed. So you're going to mess up your gear ratios maybe a bit there too when you do that, right? Thicker oil in it might actually help a bit, and I do want to try that before I have to tear that oil pan off, because that's a real pain in the rear end, but if that will help, that will help. So we'll have to try that and see. He says changing the 2N, well, see, the 2N's pretty good. Like, it runs good and the transmission's decent in it, so I don't really want to split it and take it apart, right? You can make one good tractor. Remember, there isn't much wrong with the 2N motor. Yes, you're right. It doesn't smoke at all. I'm kind of surprised at that because so much else was wrong with that tractor. I can't believe it doesn't have any internal engine problems. But good thought there, Braden. But I think we'll just go as we are. Okay, this is starting into May now from Smith Chesser. I think I said that right. Why don't you swap the 2N and 800 rims? Different again. They won't. The 800s are quite a bit bigger, and they wouldn't probably fit. So, pretty much have to try to find a good used set, which you're not likely going to find now, or try to cough up money for a new set. And I haven't even got back to that far yet, so I don't know what's really we're going to do there. All right, still in May from Spencer. Says, good day, Bill. How many equipment do you have for your 800? How much equipment do you have for your 800? So they'll all interchange. So we've got 2 plows, actually technically 3 plows, 2 furrow plows. We've got 2 discs. I've actually got 2 discs, but the one I have up here at the house all the time is the better of the 2. I do have another disc, and I've got 1 cultivator. I think that's it. That's all the equipment we have right now. The AR, I don't have any equipment for it because it's not a 3-point hitch lift, hydraulic lift on that. It's just drag whatever you got behind it, drag only. I don't have a plow or any of that kind of equipment, right? So, but that's all I have for the 800. That's it. Thanks, Spencer. Good question. All right, we are into, what month is this now? June 17th. From Cameron Bruce. I don't know if it's supposed to be Bruce Cameron, but it's Cameron Bruce on my email here. Hi, Bill. I know you haven't done a Q&A in a while, which, yeah, I haven't. Sorry. But I thought I might ask a question anyways. I recently recommended a video from your channel from 2014. That's cool. It was titled Deere 2720 Hydraulic Fluid Change. I didn't recall you having this tractor before. Yes, I did, before the 2032R we've got now. Before, as I'm a bit of a long-time viewer, maybe I'm just obvious. Could you provide me back history of the 2720 and why it was replaced? Why did we replace that one now? I think it was just kind of getting up in hours. I know the one before that, the 4110, it was up pretty good in hours too, and it developed a pretty good leak on the front main seal of the engine. So when you're tearing apart diesel engines and stuff, that gets expensive very quick. So I said to them, I'm like, you know what? I kind of think we should send this one down the road and go to something else. Now, when we changed from the 2720, you know what it was? It was another thing too. It had quite a few hours on it. And the mower deck either had a bend from being used so much, and all the sandy crap eventually sandblasts enough of the deck material away that it gets thin. That's what it was doing. It was bending really easy. I think I remember that now. Especially right at the shoot end. You could kind of take that metal and like just bend it. So I'm like, it's like $8,500 for a new mower deck for that thing. So I'm like, why don't we just send this tractor back in? It's got, I don't remember how many hours were on it now. I don't remember that far back. Had quite a few though to wear a deck out. I'm like, why don't we just send this back and you know, just buy a whole new unit. Comes with the deck and stuff, and it's a bit cheaper when you buy it like that rather than just buying the deck on its own. So that's what happened to there, and so far this one's good so far. It's been pretty good. So but if I can remember right, I think that's why we replaced it, because it was going to cost kind of a lot of money. And I said to them, you might as well just spend that on the new machine. We'll just send this back. We'll get some value for this one too, right? Now, I don't remember what year it was. I know we've had this one now since 2014. So we're getting up to almost to the 10 years on it too, right? So it might be needing to go soon too. I don't know. I mean, it's still good, but there's things happening. We got a couple of seals we got to replace on it too. I got one rear outdrives. No, that's not how it's called. It's outdrive. I don't know, whatever they call it, drive, where the axle comes out. So it runs a shaft down the tractor and then out the front, and there's a big gear in there that goes down to the axle. There's a name for that extra drive thing, but anyways, the axle seal is leaking, and it's leaked a bunch of fluid all out inside the rim and stuff. And if you're out and using it and you park it, then you got a little puddle, you know, again in the morning kind of thing. So that's a job I got to do soon. Let's get that fixed up. It should be pretty simple. Got actually, hang on a sec here. I got them to send me a, oh, where did I put it now? Actually, I might have a picture saved of it. I asked them for a picture of that outdrive thing just so I could see. Hang on, I gotta zip through my pictures here. See if I could see what's in there before I get in there, you know what I mean? And it looked pretty simple. There's some stuff in there, like bushings and spacers and crap and stuff. Oh, there it is. So that's the, what's it adjust here? They can see the axle stub here in the bottom of your screen, and it goes through that little housing, and then a bunch of stuff in behind that big gear. Like big gear drives off a shaft that comes out this other box thing here. So I'm kind of hoping I don't have a bearing maybe potentially gone bad in there. There should be a bearing in this cover, as you can see, number 8, whatever that is, 5, whatever that is, and there's a bearing that goes in the back too. So I'm kind of wondering if I got a bad bearing in there too. I don't know yet, but those are loaded tires, so it's a lot harder on it, right? Yeah, so that's something. Ooh, that's gonna have to come up soon. There we go. And yeah, but anyways, thank you, Cameron Bruce, for sending that in. That's a good question. Douglas is the next one, and it's from June 21st. It says, Bill, before you put your hood back on the hard-to-reach bolts, you might be able to get some J-clips. I think that's what they're called. Make it easier to put it back on. So they actually have an encapsulated nut in those things, and it's like really overkill how they did it. There's basically like a nut with like a little circle in it with these big metal things clamped down so the nut can't get out, but you can get your bolt in there, and then you can kind of move the bolt around a little bit and then get it started. And actually it went on pretty good. It's just so cumbersome to get this thing up, right? But I think I know what he means. Oh, it's like a little same sort of thing where it clips on and then the nut's in the thing. There's a clip nut fastener fastened then to the back of the clip in the hole so that it doesn't fall out. So yeah, basically these are kind of the same thing. Fine threads too though, which is kind of weird. If you have a nut and bolt store close to you, they would probably have it. Yeah, we have a Bolts Plus here now in town, which is like an amazing store. I'd love to take a video, run around in there one day with you. Holy smoke, some of the stuff they got is pretty cool. Anyways, thanks Douglas for sending that in. Our last question for today, we didn't really have a whole lot today, is from Jim from New Jersey. It says, as my question, have you ever locked someone in the cemetery? Oh yes, many times. That you didn't know was there, and how do you know everyone has left? Well, at nighttime, when it's bright out, like, holy cow, the door's closed. When it's bright out, we take a ride around, basically, every night kind of thing, make sure there's nobody back there. And if there is, we'll say, we're going to close up in 5 minutes. And they're like, oh, okay. And they usually leave. But, yeah, by the time we get people that just don't want to leave, so I'm like, okay, you're staying then. Lock them in. You know, might let them out later kind of thing. But normally it's pretty good. I do have, like, my WiseCam app here that I can check all the things back there kind of thing. So I know when, like, events, if I go to events, 358, someone right now, actually, 357, someone's coming out there. You can kind of see a car somewhere there. Where are they? What? Where'd they go? Hang on. Oh, that one missed them, that's why. 358. 358, you can see a guy coming in kind of thing, right? So that it helps because I can see when they came in, when they came out and stuff. So you're not sneaking in. We'll say that. But anyways, that is it. Thanks, Jim, for sending that question. That's a good question. I do have cameras on. I watch everything all the time. Anyways, if you got a question, don't forget to send it to me. BillQA@yahoo.com. Right there. don't know if you can see that or not. BillQ@yahoo.com. Hopefully it doesn't come in backwards because on my screen it's coming in backwards. But BillQA@yahoo.com. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Catch us all later, and you guys have a good day. Send me questions. Need more questions.